Comes in for Bernandez, and Leon comes in for Suazo, who's apparently gone home with a thigh strain, which I'm very disappointed about because I only saw him for 7 minutes, I think it was the other night, and he looked their best player. He actually plays in Italy for Calgary, I think it is, and he looked a good player. So they'll rely very heavily on Martinez, who had 4 or 5 excellent efforts the other night to try and score the goals.
Thank you. And here comes the Bolivian lineup for you, Craig. Beaten 1-0 by Uruguay on the opening game for them. Have they juggled it around at all?
No, he's not juggled it much. What he's done is he's started with the finishing team against in the previous match against Uruguay. They finished very strongly and were a bit unfortunate not to get an equaliser. So Gutierrez, who plays just in the hole behind the front two, has been replaced by Garcia. He did that in the end of the previous game. And up front, Coimbra has been replaced by Paz. Now Paz looked very good when he came on. So that's quite interesting. He was obviously happy. The coach was happy with what finished the game.
And if they could get it, either side would be very much hoping to stay on for the second phase. Jerry Armstrong and Ian Crocker for commentary.
These two teams really do have a huge incentive. They both desperately need to make up ground on Uruguay and Costa Rica, who both have 4 points now, whereas Honduras and Bolivia are pointless, but it's a far from pointless encounter, Jerry.
Certainly not. I think a lot of pressure on both sides, Ian. Both sides desperate for a victory. They both need some points. I think the loser, if there is a loser here tonight, can virtually count themselves out of the competition. And I think a lot of pressure on them. This man here, Ramon Madariaga, the coach of Honduras.
The top 2 qualify from each group, but the best 2 third-place teams will also go through to the quarter-finals. So all is not lost by any means for Honduras and Bolivia, as they both look to get off the mark in the 2001 Copa America. Defeat unthinkable, though, for Carlos Aragones of Bolivia, who hosted the tournament in '97 and got to the final, where they lost to Brazil. They did actually win the Copa America once, back in 1963, when it was played in a group format, and in their final game they actually beat Brazil 5-4 to clinch the trophy.
Sell for 5-4 today, wouldn't you?
I wonder what the odds are.
Very high.
Valdivieso, the skipper of Bolivia, veteran of these tournaments, his 5th Copa America. Sandy's been around for quite a bit as well. He played in the 94 World Cup for them in America. And the skipper of Honduras, Guevara, who's been amongst the goals at international level lately, including a couple against Costa Rica, who of course they made in the opening game of this tournament, but they also played them earlier this month in a World Cup qualifier, losing 3-2, but Guevara got both of the goals. It is going to be Honduras in the stripes to get us off and running, and as you might be able to see, it's very blustery in Medellin tonight, although of course typically humid as well. Honduras and Bolivia desperate for points. They have none so far in the Copa America. Honduras didn't know until a day before the tournament began that they would definitely be here. They were on standby, but Argentina confirmed their withdrawal last Tuesday. Honduras stepped in, and the Colombians were so grateful to them for making up the 12 teams in the tournament. They lent them a plane to get them here, and to get them around Colombia as well, if need be, if they do progress to other venues.
Fraud, certainly for me, but yeah, you're right, Ian, and the surprise for me was that the coach, Madariaga, was actually in Spain and had to return back from Spain, didn't he?
But he was really happy.
Late holiday.
Honduras are 3rd in their World Cup qualifying group, just behind Costa Rica and the USA. Invited guests from Central America taking part in South America's premier tournament. And Martinez trying to slip it through. It was well read for Bolivia by Ronald Araldez. Bolivia only making a couple of changes from the team that lost their opening fixture to Uruguay. One of them was forced with an injury to Coimbra, who came close to scoring for them with a header which was saved at point blank range. Certainly the lowest crowds have been here in Medellin, and there's not been much to stir the fans who are here at the moment, but there might be now as Honduras look to make headway, but in the end accountable for Bolivia.
They're just trying to play their way out of defence, Bolivian, and Honduras putting pressure on them and winning the ball. It was Joaquin Botero who won the ball off them, but couldn't make anything of it. And I think we're going to see a little bit of cut and thrust, but it's Honduras who are making all the movement at the moment. That's a great ball.
And a great tackle as well, because Martinez was threatening.
It certainly was. And Sandy had to get across very quickly.
Bolivia in their World Cup qualifying group, the South American group, naturally, have made a bit of a mess of it, really, 7th, and blown their chances of making it to Japan and South Korea, really, leaving themselves with too much to do. And they also suffered the embarrassment of losing to Venezuela, which is virtually unheard of in this part of the world, but they did lose in Venezuela, although they gained revenge against them in their last match before the Copa América. Thrashed them 5-0 on home soil. Vero was one of the key figures, heavily involved against Uruguay. With some rampaging runs. Ronald Garcia, wearing 14, has come into the side. Third to Gutierrez, who did quite well against Uruguay. Calustro. Just 1 point on Bolivia that you were mentioning, Jerry, in the build-up to this game. The back three all playing for the same team.
Yeah, I think obviously the coach there, Carlos Aragones, is trying to keep a little bit of consistency. I think he was forced to make one change anyway, but Jaguchi, Sandy and Riviero all playing for Bolivar, and I think there's certain continuity there. These players all know each other. That makes sense to me. It's a good challenge from Valdez. And again.
Honduras becoming the 15th different nation to take part in the Copa America. Costa Rica, who were also invited, have actually played in it before, but Honduras had not. Rivero was stopped in his tracks by Julio Leon. Off.
That was very, very tight. Well, just got to give the linesman the benefit of the doubt. He's in a much better position than we are, but that looked very close.
Sandy giving it back to his goalkeeper, Arias. Whose head was bandaged against Uruguay after an early injury. Bolivia have a free kick and Rivero will stand over it. He'll receive it. Push. Give Honduras a free kick.
A little bit of a nudge. Not sure, I think it's Oscar Argos, is it? grass burns on this hard, dry surface.
Honduras, the last-minute arrivals to the 2001 Copa América. Fortunate as well to only lose by a single goal, really, to Costa Rica, who were well on top in the first game for these nations. Costa Rica holding Uruguay here in Medellin earlier to a 1-1 draw. So both those teams have moved on to 4 points, whereas both these teams have no points. But here's Guevara, the captain of Honduras, trying to do something about that. Martinez and Leon were ahead of him, but Ribeiro is there to sort it out for Bolivia.
Good little probing run from Roberto Guevara. Nutmegs on the halfway line, but the final pass was just a little bit too tight. You see there's a little bit of cut and thrust, and both sides still trying to settle down in, looking for the initiative. I think there's a certain amount of tension because, as I said earlier, neither of these sides can afford to lose this game. Over himself,
just a bit. One of the defenders has come up from the back, and Lagos is also there. It wasn't too near it, and Honduras very nearly taking the lead. It was sadly on the line.
Well, it was a very poor effort, to be fair, in the first place, but the ball fell kindly for him and he cracked it from the edge of the box. Not the best defending I think we've seen in the tournament so far, Ian. Well, this is good play.
Tosios doesn't quite get it back though, but he might do yet. Honduras looking to take another route to goal, having come close. Garcia intricately playing himself out of trouble. Bit of a let-off for Bolivia.
Don't mind taking chances at the back. That was 1-on-1 and he dropped the shoulder, and oh, that's a good ball.
And now Bolivia with a chance to bounce back if they can keep it in. Nothing doing for them either, but the proceedings certainly livening up as we see the chance at the other end.
Yeah, there's Sandy. Good defending from him, the most experienced defender on the park from Bolivia's point of view, and in the right place. We can see a lovely piece of play from Joaquin Botero, trying to find leader that path, but good turn of pace, just a little bit too long from the pass.
Well, suddenly becoming end to end in Medellin. Here's Garcia. Powerful run. Botero ahead of him, but options available, and Bolivia settling for the throw in the end.
Well, at the moment it looks as if it's Bolivia who's going to be doing the defending, Ian. Honduras have the majority of the play, possession, and it looks as if Bolivia's going to try and play in the counter-attack.
Garcia. It's brought away by Terfios, but Honduras getting a throw in the end. Terfios. Certainly more than happy to be invited to take part in the tournament as the flag goes up again against Martinez. They are paying visits to orphanages and to hospitals, the Honduran players, as a way of saying thanks to the organisers for inviting them to take part, even though they're only here because Argentina decided not to turn up.
No, but it's quite an honour for them, and they've responded in the right way. They're playing some decent football. I think they've always tried to play football. Their coach was a very technically gifted player, and he encourages that. And here comes Saul Martinez.
Martinez looking at turn provider in the middle. Just couldn't connect properly. Leon, who's come into the side.
Good piece of play here. Super ball in from Saul Martinez, and he gets a toe on it, Julio Leon, but not enough contact on it, Ian, and that was a good opportunity and some decent football from Honduras.
Medina was a little too casual, and that'll be a free kick in a very promising position for Bolivia as their captain Valdivieso is flawed.
There's good anticipation by Valdivieso. Anticipated the poor control, I've got to say, from Oscar Lagos. Nicked in front of him, was pulled back and won the free kick, and this is an opportunity maybe to strike one at goal. And you know the prowess of the South Americans from free kick and dead ball situations, Ian.
Yeah, they can be a bit useful. Bolivia looking to strike first. Valdivieso involved. I think the man who took their free kicks the other night, Gutierrez, is not involved from the start, hence the captain having a go.
I think he fancied his chances. He got the ball up and over the wall, but it's too high. His body shape leaning back, not enough pace on it as well.
Garcia, and now a free kick for Honduras. Taguchi, the offender for Bolivia. Foul on Martinez, and maybe some hope here for the Hondurans.
Well, they prefer to play at the back. They're not frightened of taking a risk when you neither are Bolivia. So I think when you take risks like that, there's bound to be mistakes, and I think there's bound to be goals in.
Ricky Garcia. Bolivia have a Ronald Garcia in their team. Medina. Tercios now combines with Leon. Bolivia taking a more direct route with Botero trying to get in, but not quite succeeding.
It looks like he's got a good turn of pace, Joaquin Botero, and trying to play off the shoulder of the last defender, who was Medina on that last occasion.
Quarter of an hour played in Medellin, and no goals between Honduras and Bolivia. And indeed, they are looking for their first goals of the tournament, having both lost their opening matches by 1-0. But the fact that Uruguay and Costa Rica drew with each other still leaves the group open for whoever wins here, and with the top two qualifying from each of the three groups, and then the two best placed teams in third going through also, there is a chance that Bolivia or Honduras could progress.
Yes, but I think they need to win. They know that one of these sides needs to get all 3 points, and it puts a lot more pressure on them. I think the first goal is all important, Ian. It's going to give whichever side scores is such a big lift. And set players play their part. If the delivery's good, it's the captain here that's going to take it, Valdivieso.
Skipper delivers. Bolivia still have a bit of work to do. The referee played the advantage initially. Maybe decided that Botero wasn't fouled.
He went down very convincingly, but he didn't get any joy, did he?
Fairness, probably two quite evenly matched teams here.
I think so, Ian. That's why I feel the first goal is very, very important. It certainly will give a lift to whichever side scores it.
Ronald Garcia. This is Alvarez. One of these Bolivian players with very limited international experience at senior level. It's not their strongest squad by any means. It's a similar story for quite a few of the countries at the 2001 Copa América.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Peña, the Valladolid defender, wasn't in the squad, but a lot of them didn't fancy it, and with over 60 caps, he certainly would have been a very important player for the Bolivians.
Guevara. Lagos. This is Guti looking for the return, but making sure that he didn't get any return was Morales.
It's good cover from him, actually, and he saw the little 1-2 being played down the left hand side. He was already on his way, got there first to the ball and forced the foul.
Bolivia were runners-up when they hosted the Copa America 4 years ago, lost to Brazil in the final, but they never really turn out to be stars of this tournament. Obviously not one of the better footballing nations in South America, where there's quite a bit of decent competition, I suppose they might argue.
Yeah, and I do feel that home advantage plays a big part. I wonder will it be successful for Colombia this year.
Ribero's cross bounced off the chest of Caballero. Sandy on Guevara.
He's got a lot of skill and technique, Guevara. That's who they'll be looking for. That's a good opportunity as well. I think Julio Leon coming forward on his left foot, maybe not as comfortable as on his right, Ian, but he's got good pace and he's linked up very well on occasions with Saul Martinez. But that one off target.
Leon bursting towards the box and might have made more of that for Honduras, who are ready to give it another go. 20 minutes played, no goals between Honduras and Bolivia. The second set of matches in Group C, and the Bolivian coach Carlos Aragones hoping that his team can find a way to unlock Honduras after a generally disappointing showing against Uruguay in the first match, although there wasn't that much in the game really between the two sides. Uruguay weren't great either. Ribeiro, he has looked a decent player, so he wants to set one up for the strikers, but out came the keeper Valladares.
Pushing forward down this right hand side, Ribeiro, and it's a decent cross, just hangs it up too far, makes it easy for the goalkeeper Valladares to come and collect, but positive play from him.
Raldo's getting stuck in, now Garcia. Castro. Portero. This is Alvarez. Castro on hand. Rather disappointing effort from him though.
I don't want to say it was a shot. It was a poor effort. I have to say, over the first 22 minutes, Honduras looked the more positive and have had more possession. But on occasions, Bolivia threatened on the counter-attack. They've obviously got a game plan with the coach, Carlos Aragonés. It's good play again from Honduras, and in particular Turcios in the middle of the park.
Away from Calustro, and that will give Honduras little encouragement. No free kick.
Both giving the ball away very cheaply at the moment. It's still trying to play the football, still trying to play from the back, which is encouraging. That's a good ball.
Here's Martinez. Leon looking for a return in the middle. It won't quite reach him, but Honduras will get a corner.
It's a pity the angle was a little bit tight there for the striker, Saul Martinez. Forced him to the byline, otherwise he could have went directly for goal himself.
The captain Guevara will swing this corner in for Honduras, and it was batted down as Caballero met it, batted down by the keeper.
Yeah, that was a free header. He's arrived just at the right time, Samuel Caballero, and I thought he should have scored. Headed it down, but it landed straight into the hands of Carlos Arias.
Bolivia lucky to get away with that, because they weren't exactly all there as far as defending the corner was concerned. They might be all here now, looking for a goal themselves. Calustro. Once again, the ball given away cheaply. Ribeiro.
Here's the corner. It's a decent ball into the box. Just watch the run of Samuel Caballero. Free header, but it's straight down at the goalkeeper. It's easy for him. And I felt if he places that in, there's no chance for Arias. It's another poor effort. As soon as they went into their own half, Bolivia, the first thing they think of is, can we get it in behind the flat back three of Honduras, and look for the pace of Joaquin Botero and Leader Path.
Final games in the group are on Thursday, with Uruguay against Honduras and Bolivia v Costa Rica. Finals take place at the start of next week. The final itself on Sunday the 29th of July as Martinez lives on the edge again.
That was a tight. They are really dicing with death at the back here, and that was a very close decision once again. Saul Martinez got good pace, just trying to play off the shoulder of the last defender, and I think it was the tightest decision of the lot.
Here's Raldez. Garcia's hurt. He's gone down, and Honduras doing the sporting thing now. Is that just a knock or a hamstring?
He only went down a long time after the challenge was made, and the physio's on the park straight away, followed by the St. John's ambulance, I think, isn't it? 4 men on a stretcher.
Garcia being knocked onto the stretcher, and remains to be seen whether he'll be okay to carry on. Sure he will. That's serious.
Look at the magic sponge come out. It's Lazarus, isn't he? He's risen. Looks like it is something he's pulled up. You can see there he's gripping the back and his glutes. Could well be a pull. You could have seen the end of him there. If it's that bad, Ronald Garcia, I'm sure, won't be able to continue.
Here's leader Paz, who's come in for the injured Coimbra up front for Bolivia. Away by Medina. Bolivia ready to launch another attack with Alvarez. Paz is just ahead of him. Tame effort though. No, they're not going to get another chance. Well, maybe they will. Valdivieso. Away by Caballero. Now Honduras with a chance to maybe set something up. The invited guests to the 2001 Copa America, but eager to impress. Ribeiro. He's done well. He'll be assisted by Garcia, who's back on.
I think it could have been that bad of a pull. He's running quite freely now, Garcia, and that was a decent cross as well.
Lustro. Looking for Ribeiro. The best control in the world, but he will maybe get a chance to cross. Well, not yet, but he's got the free kick.
He's got good skill as well, Ribeiro, and he's just sucked the defender in. Clever little nutmegs, and got his shirt pulled and impeded. There it is, lovely piece of skill. It's great to see. Substitution. He's got a pull to something there, it's got to be.
Duty replaced by Perez, and Honduras, well, they had a lot of injury problems in the first half against Costa Rica, strangely enough, and it's hit them again. Here comes the free kick, and it was headed away from goal. They did the defending for Honduras then.
Unintentionally.
Honduras looking to capitalise, because some of the defenders who'd raced upfield suddenly found themselves quickly having to race back. So Martinez was trying to get in again, but cleared by Sandy. Almost half an hour played.
There's a decent ball in by Valdivieso, and again, it's in the 6-yard box. You've got to think, why doesn't the goalkeeper Valladares come and collect it?
Perez just on as a sub. Leader Paz being tracked by Caballero, and his presence proved to be too much for the Bolivian striker. Garcia's run it out, disappointingly.
He was determined to go outside him on the... he was going over a cul-de-sac, I think, at the end of the day.
Bolivia with Garcia, who's certainly shaken off that knock from earlier. And he's made good progress here. Oh, very good progress, Garcia, who's running to the keeper. But his persistence nearly paid off, and the keeper's taken a knock in the process there via Diareth.
I think we had Ronald Garcia almost off the park about 5 minutes ago, Ian, but he did superbly well. Past 1, 2, 3. Almost got lucky just at the end, but the goalkeeper comes out and spreads himself, and I think you're right, he get caught by Garcia's trailing leg just there. but he did the job. He made the block. That's better from Bolivia's point of view, though.
Ronald Garcia definitely catching Barderas.
Just wonder would he not have been better, because he does superbly well here past Samuel Caballero, and then would he have been better just lifting it over the goalkeeper instead of trying to take it round him?
That's what you'd have done, eh?
I'd have taken the goalkeeper right, and who knows where the ball would have went.
The goalkeeper certainly wouldn't be standing up now, would he?
Absolutely.
Give it back to Honduras and pick it out so the treatment could be given. See that time was caught in possession, and Martinez bursting towards goal with Leon there too. Dallied. That's not really going to present too much of a problem for Arias from the substitute Perez.
Well, I thought he had a better option on the outside on the left, and very adventurous having a shot from that range. But you're right, Ian. Once he dillied and dallied and lost his momentum, the attack broke down.
Arias, the keeper, with a big plaster on his head, but that looks a lot more attractive than the very big bandage he had on his head against Uruguay after taking a nasty knock. 12 minutes of the first half remaining. Bolivia with Alvarez, but nothing doing. Calustro has no free kick, but they might still make progress. Ribeiro. Garcia. Tracked by Guevara, the Honduras captain. Not quite happening really for either team.
No, it's a bit of a stalemate. I think certainly a little bit of overplay and some half-decent defending as well. We've got to say there's been challenges, last-ditch challenges put in, but look at this run here. 1, 2, 3, 4 players he's gone past. This is a chance.
It's through to Martinez. That was a chance, but wasted by Martinez.
Fantastic piece of play, probably the best piece of play of the first half, Ian, and deserved better. Opportunity, the angle wasn't that bad for Sal Martinez, and should have really hit the target, should have tested the goalkeeper, and he'll know that.
Is again trying to get in. Martinez, Leon and Guevara waiting in the middle. Another moment of anguish for Bolivia. Here's Perez. Seems rather keen to stride past everybody. Now Garcia.
He should really put it out. He's got a player down, but it's great defending in the end. You know, the substitute Perez has come inside on his right foot. He wound up one shot, and then fantastic challenge comes in from Marco Sandy, and he's certainly got himself injured in the process. Just look at this challenge coming up here. Brilliant block challenge that from Marco Sandy. It's all last-ditch stuff, isn't it, Ian? They're always on their backside sliding in, and
he's got a nasty gash by the look of it.
He has. He needed to make the challenge, though. They can't afford to lose him. He is their most experienced defender, Marco Sandy, from the Bolivar club.
Well, he might need a bit of patching up just now, but was a vital block, although Bolivia do certainly live dangerously.
Absolutely. Well, you'd think there'd be more goals with the way they're trying to play, certainly trying to play from the back. But any of the opportunities that Honduras have had, they've not really tested the goalkeeper, Carlos Arias, for me.
Bolivia with just 3 wins in their 13 World Cup qualifiers so far. Disappointing campaign for them, but the country is in a bit of a mess at the moment, certainly football-wise. They've hardly got any money. The coach had to take a 50% pay cut, which I mentioned to the Scotland coach Craig Brown the other night. It seems like a pretty good idea to me for all international managers, but they can't afford to fly their players back a lot of the time from overseas to play in the game, so they're forced to use home-based players and pretty much up against it much of the time.
That's not just unique for Bolivia. There's a lot of countries who suffer similar to Bolivia, but at least they're putting up a good performance at the moment. They're hanging in there, which is wonderful how long. And here comes the substitute, Perez, once again.
Of course comes Jaguchi.
It's just caught Perez with an elbow. I think it was accidental from Jaguchi, but nonetheless he took a blow to the face.
Do you get accidental elbows in South America?
All my elbows were all accidental when I played.
Well, it's going to mean another delay so that Perez can get some treatment as well. They're all falling down around us in Medellin at the moment.
And what we need is a goal. We need a goal from one of the sides to spark the game, to get it moving. What is a defender, but he's playing like an attacking wing-back, isn't he? He's really pushed forward since he came on. His shot, or attempted shot, that was blocked by Marco Santi. There's the arm comes up. I think it's accidental.
It's certainly been a stop-start game so far. It hasn't really flowed, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, too many times both sides have given the ball away cheaply. It's going to take a little bit of great individual skill. I wonder, is this going to be it here now?
Medina trying to advance, he gets it back. Oops.
That's the point I was making. A little bit of overplay and give possession away, and now they've won it straight back again.
Bolivia did go to the World Cup in the USA in 1994, but apart from reaching the final of this tournament in 97, they haven't had too much to shout about on the international scene. Possibilities for Turkios. Well, and again, perhaps not.
Well, he did the hard part. He's got him. He made a lovely little flat rung along the edge of the 18-yard box, and then when he wanted to put a decent cross into the box, that's where he let himself down. The final ball in. Not there's too many busting they've got to get into the box here, I've got to say. Here comes Samuel Caballero. Looks very strong, doesn't he? And powerful.
Perez. Now this is better from Honduras, and it's Ricky Garcia's cross. Well, they're going to get a corner. Sandy, who has rejoined us despite taking a right old whack in blocking that shot from Perez.
It was a decent ball. He was looking to get it into the near post. He was trying to find Saul Martinez. Good defending from Marco Sandy.
Caballero came close with one of these corners. He was given a free header, but it's a shocking corner in the end from Guevara. Should bounce through to Arias, but the flag was up anyway.
It's criminal, Ian, when you work so hard to win corner kicks and free kicks in dangerous areas, and a player, especially of Amado Guevara's talent, should have been able to put a better ball than that into the box. It's been wasted. Go again.
Garcia chasing, but Hierro is there. And there was a little shove, I think, from Garcia. Another player from Bolivar who are well represented in this Bolivian setup. Half-time fast approaching in Medellin, where earlier Uruguay and Costa Rica drew one apiece to move on to 4 points in the group. Now Martinez trying to go around the keeper, and that gave Arias the chance to make the challenge, and Bolivia breathe a huge sigh of relief and look for a goal themselves, although Valladares is going to come and collect.
Well, how many chances have they had? Good chances as well, we've got to say, Honduras, and haven't still found the back of the net. That should have been done better with the poor first touch. He's not going to catch that. But Ian, he's had 3 or 4 good chances, Saul Martinez, and I felt he should have done better on that last occasion.
It certainly looks their best bet. Martinez, not normally a regular in the international side, a weakened Bolivian squad, of course. He's one of 6 players from Montegua, who are one of the leading teams in Honduras. Do you know much about Montegua, Joe?
Not a lot.
I'll tell you later all about them. Carcamo. Garcia. Well, that was neat from Viezo. You get the free kick, and he won't hang around either. Ribeiro. Well, it's going to bounce straight through. Not a problem at all for Honduras. Caballero stepped in. And here's Valdez. Calustro. Alvarez waiting to receive. Pass has come across to him as well. Bolivia with 3 survivors from the team that reached the final in '97. Valdivieso, Sandy and Coimbra. Gutierrez and Taguchi, who's playing here, were also in the squad, but didn't start the final. So there is some experience here, but by and large, it's not exactly the tried and tested on show for Bolivia. Honduras, well, they had to get a squad together at pretty short notice, and they spent a few days on standby whilst Argentina made up their minds whether to come or not. Might be the best preparation, but then always cast your mind back to the 1992 European Championships when the Danes were putting the sun cream on and rushed back and won the tournament.
I think on the plus side for the Danes then, Ian, they had no pressure on them. They've come and played some good football. Well, hold on a minute, here's Honduras. Not the best ball in the world from Caballero.
2 minutes of added on time in this first half. Which doesn't quite rate up there with the football classics, it must be said.
I agree with you. Crying out for a goal. Saying that though, they've had 3 or 4 good chances. Honduras, certainly the header from Caballero from the corner kick should have been a goal, and Martinez has had 2 or 3 very good chances.
Hierro and Garcia not really on the same wavelength.
Well, they certainly look at their best on the counter-attack, trying to use the pace that they have on the side. Ronald Garcia, Joaquin Botero.
The shooting actually from long range in this tournament has been shocking, isn't it?
Very, very poor. I know the pitch is dry and bubbly and what have you, but Valdivieso should have done better than that. first criteria from shooting point of view, Ian, is you've got to hit the target, you've got to test the goalkeeper, force a save from him at least. They're so far wide. He's never going to test the goalkeeper.
Guevara trying to inspire his Honduran team.
This will probably be the last piece of action of this first half. 5 minutes ago.
Well, this is a long way out even for South Americans, or rather Central Americans. Honduras. Well, they might fancy it.
Goalkeeper's telling his defence to get outside the area, don't drop into the area.
Arias about to be tested, although Guevara floats it in the end, and it's pretty harmless as it turned out, right on the stroke of half-time. These two teams in Group C without a point so far and without a goal so far, as the Colombian referee checks his watch.
Again, Ian, the passing, giving the ball away so unnecessarily.
It's half-time in Medellin, and the two teams who really need to get off the mark in this tournament haven't offered a great deal, although the Hondurans have looked the more likely to break the deadlock. But at the break, it's Honduras 0, Bolivia 0.
Like we've been saying, his finishing's been off target tonight.
Yeah, he was on his right side there. You see, when he was on his left side, he turned inside, but we were hearing the surface is getting slippery, so we maybe give him a bit of benefit there and say that he slipped when he tried to step inside.
Final word, Tony. Honduras, can they be more direct and get this goal they need?
Well, I think they need to, yeah. We're just looking for a little bit of magic from someone to...
We're also beaten by a single goal. They were outdone by Costa Rica. And earlier in this stadium, Costa Rica drew 1-1 with Uruguay. So both of those two have moved on to 4 points. Both of these two have absolutely no points. And in front of a dwindling crowd in Medellin, hardly the best of nights for the weather, Bolivia in green and white start the second half. I just wonder what both coaches might have had to say to their charges during the break.
I think you need to pick them up a little bit and give them a lot more of a boost in terms of getting forward. And Honduras still trying to push players forward. Here's a chance. Oh,
Martinez again.
Well, he's had 4 shots now and not one of them has hit the target. Was there a belated flag went up there? That was another tight decision. As if there was a defender there to me.
Typical for Martinez, ruled offside.
And he missed the chance anyway.
Not having the best of nights, not a regular. He's seen a few chances come his way, but it's been a disappointing contest between two teams who need to get some points on board in this tournament. And Gutierrez will be trying to inspire Bolivia. He's got the free kick and he usually takes them himself, although Valdivieso might have a look as well.
Whoever's taking it, it's not within shooting range, but you never know in South America. Is there a Roberto Carlos lurking somewhere in this 2 squads? Well, Gutierrez is, I think you're right, Ian, he wants to have a crack at this. And the run up he's taken, he must be going for a shot.
Well, there's plenty of power on it, and it's skidded towards the keeper. And the conditions probably played a part on that, as Gutierrez did have a go.
Just saying about the wet surface, and zipped off the surface here and caught the goalkeeper by surprise. He never got a hold of it. Following up. Well, it was actually Sandy who was following up.
Well, that one's nearly... it's not only wet, it's very blustery, let me tell you, and that one nearly went straight in.
Well, Valladares didn't come for too many crosses, we said, in the 6-yard box, and he definitely flapped at this one. And he starts taking one step forward and suddenly starts backpedaling. He only just got a hand to that.
Indonesia's corner swirling probably in his direction. Now Gutierrez.
A chance to play it wide left early, and once again I think just taking too much time on the ball. Limburg Gutierrez, who was a replacement for Ronald Raldez. That's a positive move because Raldez was playing more as a defensive player and Gutierrez is an attacking player.
So Gutierrez ready to deliver. He's going to go for it again.
Well, he might liven it up, Ian. At least he's positive. Just look at the goalkeeper, though, for me. Doesn't inspire me with a lot of confidence. As the conditions worsen, you've got to fancy there's going to be a lot more mistakes made.
Bolivia making a bright start. And Paz trying to steer his header into the roof of the net. A bright start to the second half for the Bolivians, though, and for leader Paz.
Certainly was. Great little ball into the near post. He wanted to get the faintest of touches. He got too big a touch on it, and it just lifts itself over the top of the crossbar. But this is better from Bolivia. More positive.
Much better from them.
And saying that, I think, Ian, there was certainly a lot of room for improvement in the first half.
Just a tad. The rain really tumbling down in Medellin, and it's very windy too. Here's Paz. Otero waiting in the middle. And he'll get the free kick. Looked for it a bit, didn't he?
He certainly did. Clever little step over. As soon as there's any sort of contact at all, and there is a little bit of contact, you can see there, Caballero sticks his left arm across and down he goes. Now, will Gutierrez fancy another shot from this right hand side? I think he does. I think he wants to have a crack at it. Are they going to put a wall up? Surely Valladares wants a wall.
Especially with this man around.
He has now. He's going for a 3-man wall.
Gutierrez, well, they fooled everybody. And then it was disappointingly fired wide by Garcia.
Well, that's clever. It really is clever. Puts in and they're going for the shot. Little square ball from what, 8 or 9 yards, and Garcia's got to hit the target again. And the finishing, I've got to say, has been really poor, Ian. It's been disappointing.
He banged it into the top corner in training.
Yes, but it's the big games when you've got to stick it into the top corner. And here we've got our first yellow card. Just starting the edge, in front now. Bolivia's taking the initiative from Honduras, and Honduras have come out a little bit lethargic.
It must be time for Gutierrez to have another whack.
I think it's worth it on this wet surface. The last one he hit zipped off the surface and caused Valladares a few problems.
Limburg Gutierrez. This time, though, it cannons off the wall. Alvarez lifting it over the top, but straight behind. Gutierrez, though, has certainly livened up proceedings for Bolivia.
He has. He wants to have a go. He wants to have a crack, and I think that's positive. There's our first yellow card, Ian. Abraham Lagos.
Medina floating that one up. Leon with the flick, and it suddenly opens up for Honduras. And what a save from Arias to foil Leon.
To see it, but I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to score these situations. This is the 5th chance they've got to put one past the goalkeeper, Arias, and I felt again Julio Leon should have scored.
Guevara's gone for the short corner. Now Bolivia on the back foot.
Maybe it's the half they're playing in, because the first half Bolivia played in the counter-attack, and it looks as if it's Honduras who are playing on the counter-attack now.
Sandy conceding another corner, which Leon will take.
I suppose to Leon's credit, the only thing you can say is at least he forced a save, Ian, from the goalkeeper.
Delivery by Leon. Oh! Honduras take the lead. And it's the captain, Guevara, with a wonderful strike. Plenty of power on it. Goalkeeper no chance. Just what this game needed.
Absolutely, and this wet surface, I think, has definitely played a part. It's a clean strike, but it zips off this surface, and I gotta say, I think Arias probably saw it very, very late. Gets it round onto his right foot, hammers it hard and low, and look at it shoot into the back of the net off the hands of the goalkeeper Carlos Arias. But he scored their 2 goals when they lost 3-2 to Costa Rica at home last month, a game I saw, and it does pop up with very important goals, and that one should give them a real lift. Plenty of power and venom in the shot.
Guevara continuing his scoring spree indeed at international level. 4 goals in his last 8 games.
He's also in the history books. He's the first Honduran player to score in the Copa America. A bit of history for him.
He certainly is, and thank goodness we got a goal in this game.
We needed a goal, yeah.
Strangely, it should come after Bolivia had looked more likely to get it.
So it's
And Bolivia once again living dangerously. Just going to go behind.
There's a clever little step over, but just knocked it too far in front. We're going to have another look at this angle. A lot of power and pace in it. He struck it really cleanly. Lucky talisman, Amado Guevara.
Lustro. Here's Alvarez.
Well, they've got to concentrate now, Ian. Honduras, they've taken the lead. They must make sure they don't concede an easy goal or a silly goal. You're always at your most vulnerable when you've scored, but this rain has certainly changed the game. It really has made the surface treacherous.
Gutierrez delivers. Nothing doing that time though for Bolivia, and Honduras with a chance to break. Here's Saul Martinez. Leon ahead of him.
A little bit of a delay before the pass came in, but thought it could have been played a little bit earlier than that for Turcios. It didn't look offside to me.
Well, at least both teams look a little more fired up than they were in the first half. Alvarez.
That's what we're going to see more of. We're going to see more possession loss because of the conditions. There's Carlos Aragon is thinking of more substitutions.
Very wet and windy night in Medellin. Martinez floored by Sandy. Honduras are actually above Bolivia in the FIFA rankings. You are one of the people who actually believe that they mean anything. Honduras number 51, Bolivia number 66. Ricky Garcia did well. Palacios with the cross. Leon. Oh. Kept in. Or has it? No, it hasn't.
See, what was a great burst of pace and speed from Carcamo.
Perez. No way the ball was not moving when that free kick was taken, but never mind. Valdivieso trying to find a way back for Bolivia. Copa America taking place for the 40th time. First staged in 1916. First won by Uruguay, who were in this group, of course.
Rule them out as well, Ian. Uruguay with their record 14 times they've won the Copa America.
It's a joint record with Argentina, so of course if they do win it, will hold the record outright. Argentina not taking part.
Yeah, and beaten finalists 2 years ago.
Beaten by Brazil, who are looking for their third successive Copa America. Bolivia looking for an equaliser, but it's away by Medina.
We saw a wee bit more of the real Brazil there a few nights ago.
Ooh, free kick for Garcia. Now Gutierrez will be the man.
That's danger. That's well within his range. Well within his range. It's been very forceful. You can see the shirt pulling. Very positive, very forceful. Garcia, no wonder will he be able to open up this defence. He's going to shoot, isn't he? Gutierrez, he's got to.
Defends it. I think he's expecting it. Gutierrez! Oh, nearly found his way through. The rain seems to get heavier and heavier in Medellin. Ribeiro. Bolivia trailing Honduras by a Guevara goal. Catch for the keeper in the conditions, Valladares. For Honduras, and Bolivia, come to that, would leave them just a point off the top two in the group, Uruguay and Costa Rica. Just a reminder that the top two qualify for the quarter-finals, along with the two best-placed third teams. The winners of this group will actually play one of the third-placed teams as well, so that's a bit of an incentive. Ribeiro. Calustro looking for Ribeiro, but he can't bring it under control.
Yeah, once again, we've seen what the wet conditions have done. It's testing now for the first touch. Ribeiro was the one who missed out on the last cross.
Martinez, Tiguchi.
Para adelante, Ricky, para adelante, Ricky. Llévalo, llévalo.
technique from Honduras. Certainly one of the game's better moves. Ricky Garcia's centre. Alvarez. Leon.
Looked a good ball when he struck it. I'm going to make another substitution, Ian. Honduras, the referee's not going to let him bring him on yet. The throne's been taken.
Guevara, scorer of the goal for Honduras. Suddenly though, it might open up here for Bolivia. Gutierrez, oh, he nearly squeezed that one in, the keeper just got his palm to it.
I think that took a deflection, Ian, as Gutierrez, who's been super since he's come on, cuts inside here, and let's see, does it take a deflection? It does. The goalkeeper doesn't know it, but he needed to get across.
Rodriguez waiting to bring on Mario Cesar Rodriguez, and they've taken off Tercios. So Gutierrez delivers the corner, and Bolivia will get another one on the other side. Rodriguez might trot across to take that. I wonder why Gutierrez wasn't playing from the start. He's
well, that you said to me you were surprised that he wasn't in the lineup, and I can see why.
A poor corner from Valdivieso.
You've got to clear that near post, man, if you're going to cause any problems.
Certainly the happier of the two coaches will be Ramon Ardiaga of Honduras, who you played against in the 1982 World Cup, Jerry.
I did. He was a very skillful centre midfield player. We played against him in second game of the competition for us at Zaragoza. And drew with him 1-1.
Gutierrez is going to get a... I thought he was going to get another free kick, but
he's... Shows a lot of perseverance. And here's another substitution for Bolivia.
Leader Paz is coming off. And in his place is Milton Coimbra, who started against Uruguay, but he took a little knock on his ankle. That's why he was left on the bench.
You thought he would have played if he'd have been 100% fit.
He almost scored against Uruguay, and they could do with a contribution from him here. It's that man Gutierrez who takes the free kick, and it nearly went straight in, perhaps unsurprisingly from Gutierrez.
I think he was going for goal. Do you know that? I actually think he was going for goal. It's a super save, we've got to say, from Valladares. It's a wonderful strike. He's backpedaling, gets his fingertips to it, and just pushes it over the crossbar. Well, the shots are raining in.
Fine try from Gutierrez, who is heading for a man of the match nomination, even though he's only been on the field 21 minutes, which doesn't tell you much about the first half.
No, but I think he's got enough quality that suggests he should have been on from the start. And that was your surprise when we saw the lineups at the start, Ian, that the fact that he wasn't playing, and you thought he'd done well, pretty well. And the other one you thought done well was Milton Coimbra, and he's not come on as a sub.
Bolivia in urgent need of a goal from somewhere, and thankfully Valladares, the Honduran goalkeeper, is okay after his collision with the post. Fine save from him, preserving Honduras' lead. time. Got away with it, really.
He got lucky. He got very lucky indeed. And you make your own luck. He's come, at least he's positive, he's come for it. Hasn't really got a contact on it, but maybe he's done enough to put Jagucci off, because the ball must have shot right past him onto the top of his head, and Jagucci puts it over the crossbar.
That was a poor kick out from Arias.
Oh, it's a goal.
Oh dear. A terrible mistake from the goalkeeper. And Honduras celebrate a second, and Guevara celebrates a second too, but it was gifted to him by Arias. And it's all going horribly wrong for Bolivia, but it's all going very right now for the last-minute replacements for Argentina, Honduras.
Well, we said the conditions were going to have an effect on the game at half-time, and that's exactly what's happened. Poor kick-out from the goalkeeper, Arias, and to be fair to Guevara, he doesn't waste opportunities like this. And the goalkeeper is beaten by the zip. He gets his hands to it, and he's going to be disappointed. He should really have saved that. Backpedaling, gets his hands to it, and he should have stopped it.
Well, you can't really blame that on the whack on the head that he took against Uruguay in the first game, because he's been long since patched up. But Honduras are in the mood for more, and in the mood to improve their goal tally in the Copa America. Well, Bolivia really have been disappointing. It's easy to see why they're not in with a shout of making it to Japan and South Korea.
The funny thing is, Zoe, and I feel they've played better in the second half when they've been more positive, and that's when the 2 goals have come. I mean, they packed the defence in the first half and tried to play in the counter-attack. Second half they've been positive, pushed out and made the substitutions, and this man here's made a big difference, Gutierrez.
It's not a bad cross either. Cross-come goal attempt. He likes those. But this man has scored both goals for Honduras. Guevara, their captain, and he really is banging in a few for his country.
Certainly is. He scored both goals in the 3-2 defeat at home to Costa Rica.
Guevara actually plays his football in Mexico.
I think we're 20 minutes to go, Ian. You can't see Bolivia coming back to win this one. And we did say in the first half the first goal was going to be crucial.
Sander, I think he was too sure about giving it back to his keeper that time, after the last error. And there is the coach of Honduras, the man you played against in the '82 World Cup.
Yeah. He was a very skillful player, I've got to say. Technically he was very gifted, and it was a game I thought we should have won the game actually, because we played well first half and I managed to put us in front, but we conceded an equaliser scored by Betancourt from a corner kick, and the captain at the time, Martin O'Neill, a mate of mine and yours, should have done better on the marking of him. Pat Jennings wasn't happy.
Poor marking from O'Neill.
Bet he tells his players all these stories at Celtic, do you think? I don't think so.
If you can't defend a corner, you're never going to make a good manager, are you?
He ain't done bad so far, but there's a crest falling. Carlos Arias.
Bolivia, though, that was a rather blatant dive by the look of it.
And they need some sort of a lifeline, but the Colombian referee wasn't going to give him one there. Senor Juan Yaro Toro. Good ball.
Martinez chasing it. Oh, he's going to get in.
That's a foul. He's got to get a red card now. Last defender. He's off in. It's Sandy. Oh. Plenty of experience, but no pace.
They're going to miss him in the final game, which might be irrelevant to them anyway. But they can't really have an argument. I think his expression says it all.
You can say he's just got past him and he's desperate to get his body across and hit him because he knows he hasn't got the pace to stay with him. Saul Martinez showed good pace in the first half, maybe not the best finisher in the world, but his power and pace has unsettled this Bolivian defence, and now they're down to 10 men. They're 2-0 down and they've still got the free kick to contend with.
7th red card of the Copa América, and it goes to Marco Antonio Sandy, who actually once had a little spell in Spanish football with Valladolid, survivor from the last Copa América, but not a survivor of this contest. Sandy sent off. He actually missed a game in the last Copa as well, I believe, for picking up a couple of yellows. So never quite makes it through the tournament. Like Bolivia, in fact.
And his tournament's over, and his country's tournament might be over very soon.
And Honduras looking to increase their lead.
Guevara fancies this as well.
Here it comes. Oh, nearly. Not quite.
Well, certainly started to see a lot more quality here in the second half. It's a good strike. It hits the crossbar and the post, and I think he was beaten. It's Julio Leon. It couldn't have been any closer, could it?
Martinez.
Oh, first touch.
He's not giving it up just yet, though. Leon. Over a quarter of an hour remaining in Medellin. It's been a wet, windy, wild night, but Honduras have hardly noticed, sitting pretty with a 2-0 lead. They meet Uruguay in their final game. That should be an intriguing contest. Uruguay and Costa Rica best placed at the moment to ensure a passage to the quarter-finals, but with this victory, Honduras have given themselves huge hope as well.
Just look at the difference in players. They're all strutting about now, the Hondurans, and they got the 2 goals, and here's a yellow card for a late challenge. But that's why the first goal is said in the first half, Ian. It was so important because it was going to give them confidence, and they've done very, very well since then. Maybe a little bit fortunate, but I think you make your own luck. And he was very unlucky, wasn't he? Julio Leon. Great effort.
Honduras are brimming with confidence now. You see that one coming?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So close for Leon. You can see what it means to him.
He said something like, "I can't stand this rain."
Confirmation of the yellow card for Gutierrez.
I just wonder what Carlos Aragones can do now. There's not a lot really. I think he can. He's made some substitutions and down to 10 men, 2-0 down. 15 minutes to go and it's looking very bleak.
It's been a bit strange because Gutierrez came on and livened the game up, yet it's his team that are 2-0 down.
Yeah, but you've got to remember what I said when they brought Gutierrez on. They took a defender off, and I think that certainly weakened them at the back. Maybe that's where the goals have come from. Good play.
Gucci fending off Leon, and Garcia takes over. Gutierrez. Carvalho is going to come on. Not surprising really that Julio Cesar Valdivieso is the man who makes way. Playing in his fifth Copa America. Fresh legs.
He's taken, well, it's his fresh legs, but he's taken a midfield player off and he's brought on a defender. And I think we've said just, 2 minutes ago, there's a lot more space and there's a lot more chances, and Bolivia certainly look as if they're being exploited much more. I think it's going to be too late though for Bolivia now.
Bolivia had a disappointing Copa America last time around, going out in the group stages, and not really flattering at all. And it's been a similar story for them this time around so far. But they are one of the teams who have won the Copa America. Not much chance of it happening these days, though, for Carlos Aragones, who certainly up against it a little bit, taking a 50% pay cut because of the financial crisis involving the Bolivian Football Federation, having to rely largely on home-based players too. Can't win situation. You certainly can't win in this tournament.
Can't see them winning this match or any other match the way they've played, but it is difficult. It's a difficult situation. They've got to keep their heads up and got to keep playing, and hopefully they'll turn the corner in, but no easy solution.
Gutierrez just caught by Ricky Garcia. Taguchi has taken the captain's armband from Valdivieso. But it all looks pretty much like a lost cause for Bolivia.
Yeah, I think they've thrown the towel in. Once the second goal went in, it was all over. Oh, that's a silly challenge. That is a silly challenge. It's a substitute. It's a straight red. It's a straight red. Unbelievable.
Bolivia find themselves down to 9 men. Coimbra.
It's your man. Your man
is off.
Milton Coimbra. You said he would make a difference when he came on. He has. He's made it 9.
Well, they're protesting to the referee, but it was a cynical challenge.
It was late. It was from behind and totally unnecessary. And he was looking to do a bit of damage. Absolute.
Well, he's not gone off yet. He's waiting to offer his apologies, I think.
Oh, it's just silly. It really is silly to make a challenge like that. I think a bit of frustration as well, Ian. I mean, he's only just on the park when the second goal comes in.
Well, he's apologised. Sorry, mate. And he's got to walk now, although he's certainly taking his time. Milton Coimbra. And Bolivia's Copa America goes from bad to worse. They are heading out of the tournament, and Coimbra and Sandy will miss the final game.
Yeah, and that brings the tally to 8 in terms of red cards.
That's quite good, though, isn't it, in South America?
It is, I suppose, to a certain extent, but I mean, once the pitch started to deteriorate with the conditions in, we knew there was going to be mistakes and things like that. It can always happen. But we needed a goal in the first half, I feel. And it's been very easy for Honduras in the second half. Once they got the first goal, they just run away with it.
Guevara is taken off. The man who scored both goals for Honduras, the victim of that challenge. which resulted in a red card for Milton Coimbra, who will at least have a little company in the early bath, because Sandy is already there, having also been sent off. Bolivia down to 9 men. Honduras will go in search of another. Elias having to deal with that one. Garcia. Leon looking for a goal.
It's a good strike. Too close to the keeper, but again he doesn't hold it. You've got to follow up at both ends in these slippery conditions. There's goals waiting for any striker who's quick enough to get on the end of them.
The loose throw. Montero. Not been much fun playing up front for Bolivia tonight, that's for sure. Even Ribeiro has lost his way. Here's Leon. He's come close a couple of times. Timely tackle just then from Chiguchi.
He's got to be disappointed, Ian, hasn't he? Carlos Aragonés took the gamble at half-time, it didn't pay off. Heading for another defeat. He should be happy, but he doesn't look happy.
Honduras, the later rivals to the Copa América, are having a bit of a stroll in the park here. 5 minutes remaining. Caballero wants it. Bolivia just nowhere to be seen at the moment. Honduras being encouraged to shoot from anywhere they like, and it was Ricky Garcia that time.
It's a good strike again, a lot of venom and power in that shot. And once again, the goalkeeper doesn't hang on to it. Super strike from long range from Garcia. That ball is flying.
Bolivia will quite like to be put out of their misery here. There has been considerable misery, down to 10 men in the pouring rain in Medellin. Can they make a fight of it in the closing stages? Ronald Garcia for them. Caballero sticking close to him. Close enough, as it turned out. Honduras are making their final change. Bernardes coming on for Lagos. Bernardes who actually started the first game of the tournament against Costa Rica. He's coming on for the closing stages here, but 3 points pretty much in the bag for the Hondurans.
The job's been done, hasn't it? I think it's just nice from the coach, Madriaga, giving another player a little run out for the final few minutes of the game.
Caballero. It's a very slippery surface out there. Gutierrez taking a rather direct route, and a very decent route as well to Botero. Honduras are pretty comfortable, more or less seeing this one out. Arias is going to get to that. Garcia. Colombia, remember, hosting the Copa America for the first time, hoping to win it for the first time. The tournament goes to Peru in 2003. And Venezuela get to host it for the first time ever in 2005. I don't think the host nation will win it that year, that's for sure.
You never know. They could build a team over the next 4 years that could surprise everybody, including you and me.
Guevara looking for a hat-trick. Won't get one like that though. Gutierrez. It's all over for Bolivia. Well, Honduras have given themselves an excellent chance of progressing in the 2001 Copa America. Not bad for a team who only knew the day before the tournament began, but they'd definitely be participating in it. Gutierrez. A final fling from Bolivia, perhaps. Free kick has been given against the substitute Bernardes. Patero.
The referee was going to let him play on and then saw the reaction of Patero and gave the free kick a little bit belatedly, but I don't think it's going to make any difference in at this stage.
Now top corner from Gutierrez.
He'd be going for goal, you know that. He hasn't been anything other than positive since he came on as a substitution. He deserves something out of it.
Gutierrez, all that time it was always sailing over.
He's looking for too much power and pace. Forgot about the accuracy, which is the most important factor in shooting.
Honduras going to get a third to seal an impressive night for them against a Bolivian side, mind you, that offered little resistance.
That's a great turn. That's a super turn from Saul Martinez. And the substitute Marcelo Carvalho just pulled him to the ground, didn't he? Well, another opportunity now is Julio Leon fancy it again, or is it going to be the captain going for the hat-trick, Guevara?
I thought the captain might have the final word. Minutes of added on time in Medellin. Honduras looking to cap a memorable evening for them in the Copa America, and certainly gave Arias something to think about as it was fired in by Guevara.
Certainly was. He wasn't far away. Got plenty of power, and it just starts to rise just over the top of the crossbar. Good effort though.
No hat-trick for the captain. Got his 2 goals. Have given Honduras plenty of hope.
I think if you'd offered him the 2 goals at half-time, he would have snatched it with both hands, and it's given them the 3 points. It's given them a platform to work off for the final game, and possibly qualification for the next stages.
Perez. Here is Guevara. Maybe he's still got time for his hat-trick. Then again, maybe not. seconds remaining in Medellin. Calustro, Gutierrez. Good ball. Bolivia with 9 men, trying desperately to go out on a high. Garcia, straight at the keeper.
Ayudar got his angles right on that occasion.
Well, it is all over in Medellin. Hardly an inspiring contest between these two. Honduras got 2 goals and Bolivia got 2 red cards. Sandy and Coimbra sent off on a miserable night for them. But it's Honduras who were singing in the rain by the end of it all. A double from Guevara, their captain in the second half, has given them their first goals and their first points and given them a